Genesis isn't just the beginning of the Bible, it's the load bearing wall. And today we're going to talk about what happens when that wall cracks. The opening chapter of Genesis does not describe a symbolic universe floating above history. It describes a very specific ancient cosmology that never existed. The world it presents is flat, covered by a solid dome called the firmament, with waters stored above the sky and beneath the earth. Light exists before stars, vegetation grows before the sun, and celestial bodies are reduced to functional lamps rather than massive cosmic structures. These are not poetic abstractions. They reflect the pre scientific Near Eastern understanding of the world. The problem isn't simply that this picture is outdated. It's that the text presents this cosmology as divinely altered reality, not as myth, metaphor, or cultural storytelling. What makes this especially consequential is how the text is treated once it collides with modern knowledge. Genesis is read literally until observation contradicts it, at which point it is retroactively reclassified as metaphor. That move is not neutral. It trains readers to preserve authority at all cost. Sociologically, this creates a hierarchy of truth where sacred claims are insulated from falsification, while empirical evidence is treated as optional or suspect. The text becomes unfalsifiable by design, which is the opposite of how knowledge progresses in healthy societies. When authority is protected from correction, institutions built on that authority inherit the same immunity. Psychologically, this dynamic conditions people to distrust their own perception. When individuals are taught that what they can observe, test, and verify must yield to what they are told is divinely true, they learn an early lesson in epistemic submission. Over time, this erodes intellectual confidence and replaces curiosity with compliance. The mind is not trained to ask, is this true? But who said this? And whether that source has sufficient authority to override reality. This is not just a theological posture, it becomes a transferable habit that affects politics, relationships, and personal decision making. At a societal level, Genesis' creation narrative helps normalize a worldview where explanation flows from power rather than evidence. If the universe itself is framed as something understood through revelation rather than investigation, then questioning foundational claims feels not just incorrect, but disloyal. This is how communities become resistant to correction, reform, and growth.